Put ginger into milk. The health benefits are truly surprising. My grandmother is 97 years old this year. She can still ride her bicycle and even go out to the garden to harvest vegetables herself. And when people ask for her secret, she smiles and says, ginger. In this video, I will share 3 ginger recipes that my grandmother has used for many years to stay warm and strong, especially during winter. These are simple habits. Anyone can do them at home. As this Christmas season arrives, I wish you good health and gentle days ahead. Also, my grandmother loves dogs and cats deeply. She often says that their companionship has helped her live longer. When the cold set in, it moved straight into my body. My fingers went numb, my feet felt frozen, and my joints ached so badly. My grandmother would quietly make this for me, ease the pain in my joints and bring my body back to life. My grandma always kept a small patch of ginger growing in the corner of her garden. She believed ginger wasn't just a spice, it was something the body needed to stay strong, especially as you grow older. Before using the ginger, she would sprinkle a little salt over the skin and rub it gently with her fingertips. As a child, I was always curious why she was so careful, so one day I asked her. She smiled and explained that the salt grains worked like tiny natural scrubbers, reaching into the small grooves where dirt and residue hide. She said the ginger peel also carries important nutrients, and when it's cleaned properly, there's no reason to throw it away. That's why she always washed it so thoroughly and used it whole. My grandmother always used a spoon. One day I asked her why, and she laughed softly and said, "I'm old now. My hands aren't as strong or steady as yours. This way, I don't cut myself." And those peels, she never threw them away. She'd point to them and say, "I don't throw this away. I dry it, grind it into ginger powder, and use it in my winter dishes and everyday cooking. Nothing is ever wasted." She pressed out the ginger juice by hand. The juice came out bright yellow, slightly cloudy, and the aroma filled the room instantly. And standing there, watching her, I realized she wasn't just cooking. She was teaching me how to live longer, one small habit at a time. Instead of throwing these away, I'll use the leftover ginger pulp and peels to make homemade ginger powder later. When it came time to prepare the milk, she was very precise. Too hot and the ginger becomes useless, she would say. For one serving, she would use about 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger juice to warm the body. She poured the hot milk directly into the bowl of ginger juice and waited quietly. As the milk cooled to around 70 degrees, the magic happened. The milk slowly set into a soft pudding, smooth enough that even someone with weak digestion or poor appetite could enjoy it. It looked simple, but the moment it touched your mouth, it melted softly, warm and smooth. My grandmother never wasted the ginger peels or the pulp. She lined the air fryer with a single sheet of foil. Once the ginger was completely dry, she put it into the blender and ground it down into a fine powder. Then, she poured it into a glass jar. She looked at me and said, "Now every time I cook, I already have my own ginger seasoning." No need to buy it from the supermarket. I've always admired my grandmother for that. She could look at things most people throw away and see value in them. To make ginger water, I add a small spoon of ginger powder to warm water, then stir gently and add a little honey for balance. I keep the ginger pulp in the cup on purpose because I like to drink it this way and keep more of the natural fiber and warmth. If you prefer a smoother drink, you can strain out the pulp before drinking. Both ways are good. It just depends on what feels best for your body. Each time my stomach felt upset or painful, my grandma would turn to an old family remedy she learned from traditional medicine. She would quietly cook this apple soup for me, and somehow it always worked. Whenever life felt difficult, my grandma didn't complain. She went to the kitchen instead. She would stand there quietly, slicing ginger one piece at a time. She used to say that with every slice, a little worry slipped away. For her, cooking was a gentle refuge, a way to heal herself, and a quiet way of loving the whole family at once. When she prepared those apples, I asked her, "Grandma, I never see anyone cook ginger with apples. Why not just eat the apple as it is?" She smiled. She said this dish came from an old friend of hers, a doctor named John. He patiently explained the science behind this simple combination. He told her that apples are rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin, which helps regulate digestion, support healthy gut bacteria. These benefits become especially important as the body ages, when digestion slows and blood sugar control becomes more sensitive. He also explained that when apples are cooked, their fibers soften, making them easier to digest while still preserving many of their antioxidants and protective compounds. Grandma always soaked the apple pieces in clean water with some white vinegar. It keeps the apples bright, prevents browning, and softly tenderizes them so they turn sweeter when cooked. Next, she prepared a handful of red dates. Red date skins are rich in dietary fiber and antioxidants. They help nourish the blood, calm the nerves, and support digestion, which becomes very important as people get older. When apples, red dates, and ginger are cooked together. This combination comes from traditional Chinese medicine. For centuries, people cooked these three together to protect the body during cold seasons, support digestion, strengthen immunity, and supply essential nutrients when fresh food was limited. She added apples, red dates, and ginger together, then poured in just enough water to cover them. Brought it to a boil, then lowered the heat and let it simmer quietly for a while. The kitchen slowly filled with a warm, familiar aroma. She knew it was ready. The apples softened, the ginger lost its sharp edge, and the red dates released their sweetness. She often said this was a simple dish, but a powerful one for health. In winter, the children in the family often catch colds. Whenever that happened, this was one of the dishes my grandma made most often. She said it was a traditional remedy she learned long ago. When the bowl was served hot, the steam carried a soft, comforting aroma. The apples were tender and lightly sweet. The red dates added a deep warmth, and the ginger brought a gentle heat that spread through the chest and stomach. It tasted soothing, not strong or harsh, just warm, fragrant, and reassuring. The kind of food that makes you feel good, as if the body is being cared for from the inside out. In winter, I often caught colds or came down with the flu because my immune system was weak. Whenever that happened, my grandma would make me a simple ginger and egg soup. She said it helped strengthen the immune system and warm the body from the inside, especially during cold days. She always started with fresh ginger. and slice the ginger thin. My grandma always reminded me that if you want to stay healthy, it's not only about what you drink or eat. She told me to move my body every day, even just gentle walking, to go to bed early, to eat simply and regularly, and to keep a calm and positive attitude. She believed that peaceful thoughts and a grateful heart are just as important as good food. As this Christmas season arrives, I wish you strong health, renewed energy, and a peaceful heart. May this time of year remind you of how much you are valued, how much you've given, and how much warmth you still bring to the people around you. May your home be filled with love and happiness. And finally, minced it. The purpose is to break the ginger down very finely so it releases as much ginger juice and natural oils as possible. By the way, how have you been lately? I hope you're feeling well. Wishing you gentle days, good health, and all the best. The minced ginger went straight into a pot with about 800 milliliters of water and brought it to a boil, letting the ginger simmer for about 5 minutes until its goodness was fully released. While the ginger cooked, it's time to prepare 2 eggs. Eggs are one of the most complete natural foods the body can get. They contain high-quality protein, meaning they provide all the essential amino acids the body needs to maintain muscle, support immunity, and repair tissues, especially important as we age. Beyond protein, eggs are rich in vitamins A, D, E, and B complex vitamins, along with important minerals like selenium and zinc. They also contain choline, a nutrient essential for brain function, memory, and nerve health, which many adults don't get enough of. For a long time, people believed eggs contained bad cholesterol. Modern science has shown this is a misunderstanding. In simple terms, eggs don't harm the body, they support it. When eaten in balance, especially in warm, gentle dishes like ginger egg soup, they provide clean energy, nourishment, and strength without burdening the system. After 5 minutes, she removed the ginger bits from the pot. She poured the egg slowly into the hot ginger water in a thin stream, letting the egg bloom into soft, delicate ribbons. If you preferred sweet, add a little rock sugar or brown sugar. Last Sunday, I came down with the flu. My body felt weak, my throat was sore, and I couldn't stop coughing. I barely had any appetite at all. When my grandma saw me like that, she went into the kitchen and made this bowl of ginger egg soup for me. When she brought it over, it was still steaming. The first sip was warm and deeply soothing. The gentle heat of the ginger slowly spread through my chest, easing the discomfort, while the soft ribbons of egg melted in my mouth. The soup was light, comforting, and nourishing. Eggs have always been my favorite, and in this soup they tasted especially tender and rich. With each spoonful, my body began to relax, as if it was being quietly cared for from the inside. After just 3 days, I felt so much better. The coughing eased, my strength returned, and my appetite came back. I didn't feel as weak or uncomfortable anymore. Before we say goodbye, I just want to wish you a warm and peaceful Christmas season. I wish your home was filled with warmth, quiet joy, and many gentle moments together. If you enjoy simple, time-honored recipes like this, I warmly invite you to explore more health and comfort videos on this channel.